Good evening, everyone. How are you? My name I'm called Manyile Pride. I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 2 daughters. I have to say this because I am so much annoyed. Each and every woman out there is a mother. I mean, more so a single mother who has a baby with someone who don't really think. I mean, those who feel like the law will help them to always win. I produced with one man called Nwamanya Amon. What happened for me to get pregnant, I might not go into it. But after getting pregnant, I told that man that I was pregnant. The best he could tell me was, I'm a prostitute, so the pregnancy is not his. After that, I suffered with a pregnancy. I had to do each and everything on my own. I slept on the streets. I had to, I was even used by men to really make a living for that child to survive. After all that suffering, I had to go back to my family. For all those months I was on the streets. I was a young girl. I was 17 by then. That was 2015. When I went home, I tried to abort for all the pain that I'd been through. Then, when my grandmother found out, she told me to keep the baby and I gave birth. When I gave, I suffered so much with the pregnancy. I went to the hospital with my grandmother and my auntie. We reached in the hospital. We spent there 3 good weeks. My old grandmother was sleeping on the floor just for a baby, just because of my own mistakes. Well, yes, mistakes are made by people. When I was going to theater, I only needed 10,000. 10 Uganda shillings. 10,000 to buy a catheter. I was men with short time to give birth. When I called of the girl of when I called the father to the owner of the pregnancy, this man told me he's not responsible, he can't be a father to a bastard. I mean, we all know what a bastard is. Then he sent someone to come from his side to come and see whether the baby is really theirs. This person came with 2 bottles of Minute Maid and drank them on the bed where I was. I'd just come back from theater, I think 30 minutes. When I called Amon, I asked him, how do you really think? But in the hospital, as I was looking for the 10,000, there is a man who approached me. He was like, why would a beautiful girl like you be crying? Moreover, you're pregnant. I tried to tell him a little bit. He nursed me till the last bit in the hospital. He fed me, looked after me, paid for all the bills, did each and everything. This man went ahead and even got me a house to start with and things to start with in the house. But I remember the time I had left hospital, we had no food. I had nothing to eat. As a breastfeeding mother, Whenever I would call Amon, the so-called father to Ariella, my daughter, there is one time when I called him, he told me, please excuse me. I'm having sex with a very good woman, so please don't disturb my peace. I remember I slept hungry for 2 days and 2 nights, as only feeding on water. I had medicine to take. I had a baby to take care of. Well, the house was paid for, and of course, hopes were there. It came to a time I got a job and started working. So then it happened that this girl had a breathing problem. She was admitted in the hospital. I called the same man again. This very man told me that this is a bastard. I can't be a father to a daughter of a prostitute. At first I was so calm. I treated him so good. Not good to marry me, but for him to look after this pregnancy and the baby when it comes out. But this man did not realize any of those. Rather, he kept on taking me for granted. Well, to cut this long story short, I suffered for a very good while. So one day, I was like, why should I suffer with this girl? I have a future ahead of me. I called him and told him, I'm giving you your daughter. He took my daughter to a stepmother, and the condition in which I found her was not good. It wasn't good at all. I picked her back like any other mother. I looked after my daughter, and now she's making 3 this year, October, in this very month. I'm pushed to the wall. I had some challenges. I have been in great challenges this year. And I had to give that girl away. I had to give her away not because I wanted, but because I was pushed to the wall. I have not had peace since the day he gave her to the dad. I don't know what to do. I feel like I should pick her back and push on. I mean, push on. Because so many mothers have pushed on with even more than 2 kids. But what I'm trying to say here is, mothers, please, every mother that has their own child by their own, keep the spirit. Keep the spirit. And girls who are out there, please don't rush. Please don't make a mistake of rushing. Do not. I'm in so much pain. I have a heart disease. So I'm so stressed. I mean, you people help me, give me the knowledge. I've gone to probation officers. I've tried to tell this man to give care, but the best he would give is 100,000 a month. Tell me, what should I do? And at the end of it all, he has taken my child. Please give me advice, each and every woman out there. Whoever gets to see this, don't ignore it. Because in this world, we need each other. That's what I know. We do. Thank you.